How to tell if you have a case for an unfair dismissal. Hi, my name is Aslam Moolla and I am a registered attorney. Unfair dismissal in South Africa is regulated by the Labour Relations Act. And there are two aspects to every dismissal. Number one, a substantive fairness aspect, and number two, a procedural fairness aspect. What does this mean? It means that every time an employer intends to fire someone, they must follow the procedure for dismissing someone, and they must make sure that the reason for the dismissal is substantively fair. Now, let's break down each component in a bit more detail. What is the test for procedural fairness? How do you know if your dismissal was procedurally fair? There are a series of factors to look at. Number one, did you get proper notification of a hearing? Number two, did you get a charge sheet in the case of a misconduct hearing? Number three, did you get enough time to prepare for the hearing? Number four, was the chairperson fair or biased of the hearing? And the last one is, did you get a written outcome with reasons in respect of that hearing? Those are the basic building blocks of procedural fairness. If any one of those factors are missing, chances are that your dismissal was procedurally unfair and you can get compensation for that. The second aspect deals with substantive fairness, and this is the biggest one we see in practice. What this means is that the company must have valid reasons in law to dismiss you. When we talk about substantive fairness, for different elements of dismissal, there are different requirements. For instance, retrenchment has certain requirements, misconduct has certain requirements, poor work performance has certain requirements, constructive dismissal has certain requirements. The gist is that before the company can fire you, not only do they have to follow the right procedure, but they also have to have the right reasons in law to dismiss you. The test for the reasons depends on the type of dismissal that you have in your case. What are some outcomes that you can have at the CCMA? The two primary ones are reinstatement and compensation. Reinstatement means that you get your job back together with any outstanding money that you would have accumulated if you were working during that period of time. For example, if you've been dismissed for 6 months and you ask for reinstatement with full back pay, it means that you'll get your job back and you'll get 6 months of salary. The other option, and option 2, is called compensation. Compensation means that you get paid out a sum of money for your unfair dismissal. In this case, your compensation depends on a lot of different factors. For example, how long you've been at the workplace, what kind of damage this has caused to you, whether you played a part in the process, etc., etc. The best option ultimately is to ask for reinstatement with full back pay. That way you're guaranteed to get back the money that you would have obtained while you're waiting for your case to be heard. In summary, unfair dismissals in South Africa are regulated by the Labour Relations Act. There are two aspects to every dismissal: procedural fairness and substantive fairness. There's a test for each one. There are also two forms of outcomes at the CCMA: reinstatement and compensation. If you need help in your situation, whether that's determining whether you have a good case for the CCMA or filling in the CCMA documentation, you're more than welcome to click the link below and book an appointment with our office. I wish you all the best and I'll speak to you soon.